What is that?
What's that look?
The black beamer.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Happy Monday. And what I'm looking at today is the trailer for a movie called, a Mexican movie, I believe, called Black Death, which revolves on a shark that existed millions of years ago. Some people say that the megalodon is still alive right now. And while that is perhaps possible, it's extremely unlikely, if only because a creature as large as that would have to be consuming massive amounts of something. And a decline of, and now keep in mind, when I say something, I mean large animals. You don't get to be a megalodon size by consuming guppies. So this thing would have to be consuming lots of something. And by my reckoning, that would make its presence, if it existed, fairly obvious. It's probably why I don't think that there is a Loch Ness Monster. As much as I want there to be, because I think it's an awesome idea. Plesiosaur, my God, it's incredible. But it's not very likely, if only because for a plesiosaur, never mind a family of plesiosaurs, to exist, there has to be a food stock large enough to allow that to happen. And I don't know if that's the case in Loch Ness. Never mind that if it were a plesiosaur, it would have likely had been seen. Well, there have been sightings of the Loch Ness Monster, to be sure. Most of them have proven to be bullshit. So, as much as I would like there to be a Loch Ness Monster, as much as I like the idea of a megalodon existing, the likelihood that something that massive existing today and not being seen by anyone, never mind finding remains of this creature, because everything dies at some point, is highly unlikely. It reminds me in some respects of the belief in UFOs, which are the most selective things, if they were to exist, which I highly doubt, to be totally honest, at least as typically depicted in popular culture, if only because they are way too selective. And I would think if they were real, more people would know about them. Never mind, and I know I'm going off on an aside here, but I just needed to get this out. Never mind that every UFO sighting seems to accompany people with not very good cameras. Everybody has camera phones nowadays, though. And I can't speak for the amount of sightings that happen now, because it's not something I particularly care about. But that being said, I'm willing to wager UFO sightings are down, because everyone, well, virtually everyone nowadays, has a camera, a very good camera in many cases, in their pockets. Which would mean that if all these UFOs were buzzing about, we'd have a lot more pictures. And not only pictures, very good pictures. Being that, once again, as traditionally interpreted, they likely don't exist. That's not the case. Aside, let's look at the trailer for Black Death.
Have you spotted any pirate ships?
Duh.
What, are you gonna get snippy with us, bud?
Ya que estamos en México, ¿por qué no intentamos hablar en español? Quiero nachos.
You know, actually, I think there's a good restaurant right up here.
Whoa. That has changed since the last time we were here.
My name is Paul Sturgis. I work for Nixon Oil. Supposed to ferry out to the rig from here?
Dad, I think I see it. Is that it?
Yep, that's her. I'm here to do the inspection.
What is it?
Protection. Protection from what? You? Anybody? Where the hell is everyone? What's going on here?
What's that?
What's that look? The black demon.
There must be some way off this rig.
Nothing works. I don't think it can take much more punishment. This is not just any shark. It's a curse. Brought on not by nature, but by wrath.
Wrath?
He's gonna keep getting his revenge until the sacrifice has been made. The only way to stop it is to kill it. I have a plan. You will not take my family away from me.
Kill the monster.
Open your eyes, come on.
I know a big ass shark when I see one.
Well, that was the trailer for The Black Demon, and I actually like the idea that it's about a megalodon, apparently, because keep in mind that Jaws literally resulted in the death of millions of sharks because people saw the movie and considered them to be a threat. Megalodons, as I mentioned earlier, likely do not exist. So, have at it. There's no killing a megalodon because they are more than likely already dead. So, I would imagine that the splashback on actual living sharks would be minimal, which is a really good thing. So what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailing to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow. Peace.